right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So the prejudging and the finals of the 2025 Empro Classic in Spain have both wrapped up. This is one of those ones that had a really big time difference. It's Sunday, and it's about 2 p.m. Eastern time, and the whole thing is over, prejudging and finals. So I'm going to show clips from both prejudging and finals in this video wrap-up, starting with prejudging. So this is the top 4 call-out from prejudging, and this was clearly a show between Angel and Sauce, which is what I thought it was going to be going into the show, but I think I was surprised by just how close it was between Angel and Sauce, particularly at prejudging. Angel really looked strong at prejudging. Like, he looked really, really good next to Sauce, and I think really pushed him. Angel, his thickness through his chest and his shoulders was crazy. He brought really good condition. I think his midsection may have let him down a little bit here. But I mean, at this point, it's safe to say that Sauce has become known for being a very consistently well-conditioned bodybuilder. He's known for his conditioning. And Angel's conditioning here really rivaled his. And in certain shots, it almost seemed like Angel had more size than Sauce did. I liked Angel better from the back, and I think that thickness that we talked about in Angel's chest, in his shoulders, looked really good in the side shots. It looked really good in the most muscular, but again, his midsection kind of in the abs and thighs, I think, let him down. I think it let him down in like the front lat spread, the front double bicep a little bit, especially next to a guy like Sauce that is really kind of known at this point for his midsection. He's got crazy, deep, separated abs. And I think that was really the only thing with Angel that was kind of holding him back here, was he had this kind of cloudiness to his midsection, maybe a little bit of distension. He didn't have like super crisp, detailed abs, especially compared to Sauce, but I think it's safe to say that prejudging was very, very close. And I think that was a surprise for a lot of people with Angel being a 212 guy. He kind of bounces back and forth. He had stayed in 212 a little bit more recently, but for a while he was kind of bouncing back and forth. He has won a men's open show before. But I think particularly with Sauce right now, there's a lot of hype for Sauce. He's been very consistent. He's kind of proven that he's a really, really solid open bodybuilder. And I think people were probably surprised to see him get pushed as hard as he did by Angel. And I think there probably is a conversation to be made for Angel winning at prejudging. In my opinion, this is actually the best open bodybuilding version of Angel that I think I've seen. Very conditioned, very full. He had certain poses where he looked really big, maybe even bigger than Sauce, which is, again, very impressive coming from 212. And I'm assuming he's going to stay in 212. So, like, he hasn't made a committed jump from 212 to open. He's kind of just bounced back and forth, but at the end of the day, competes in the 212 Mr. Olympia. So he hasn't made like a committed, I'm not going to do this 212 Olympia this time. I'm just going to focus on open all year. So he kind of goes to an open show, does really well, and then just kind of sticks with 212. But for me, from what I had seen, I felt like the midsection was holding Angel back enough that it gave Sauce more poses. I think it actually gave Sauce both side shots because his midsection was kind of sticking out in those shots. Angel's was, even though he had that thickness throughout his shoulders and chest. I feel like it let him down from the side. I said I preferred Angel from the back. I think maybe mostly the back lat spread. Maybe the back double bicep is more of a toss-up, but the abs and thighs I would give to Sauce. The most muscular I would give to Sauce. So the side shots, those shots, that's already 4 shots to Sauce. Front double bicep I'd give to Sauce. That would be 5. So that would put it 5-3 if we even gave Angel front lat spread, back lat spread, and we say back double might be more of a toss-up. So I think I would have had Sauce still ahead at prejudging. And the result ended up being Sauce winning the show. So Sauce won, Angel got second, and Sauce proved now he's won 2 open shows. I felt like this show, I said this before, but I felt like this show was kind of his backup plan. If he went those 3 battles with Regan, then he would go on to do this show and still try to get that Olympia qualification. But he already proved himself by beating Regan, getting his qualification that way. Coming into this show, despite being pushed a little bit by Angel. And again, all credit to Angel. He looked phenomenal here. But now Sauce has 2 professional wins. And we heard a rumor a couple days ago that Sauce, if he won this show, and probably regardless whether he won or not, was going to go on and do Dubai next weekend, which I think he probably will. And that's kind of the impressive thing for me about Sauce, especially at these last 2 shows, which he won. It's like a lot of times when you've got a guy like Sauce, and this is the reason that we say he's crazy consistent, but a lot of times when you've got a guy like Sauce that does this many shows, especially as back-to-back-to-back as these shows have been, most bodybuilders you're going to see rapidly fade, or at least fade significantly towards the end of that run of shows. And we're just not seeing that from Sauce, at least in my opinion. I mean, every show he's done, with the exception of, I guess it was New York, but every show he's done in 2025, he's been in the conversation for top 2. He's been in that call-out. And on paper, the more shows that he's done, the better he's actually been doing, because now these last 2 shows, he's actually been winning, which is the really impressive thing about Sauce, is that he, especially, he's not a younger bodybuilder either. He's an older guy, so him competing back-to-back-to-back-to-back like this and seemingly getting better in winning shows and maintaining that consistency is extraordinarily impressive, and it's not something you typically see. You see a lot of guys' physiques get burnout. You see a lot of guys start to fade. You see a lot of guys' physiques start to look tired after even less shows than what we've seen Sauce do so far. But it's just like weekend after weekend after weekend, we see Sauce show up, and he brings it every single time. Now, honestly, I will say, I do think that if Sauce does the Dubai Pro, he'll be in the first call-out, I think, but I don't think it's going to be the same as what we've been seeing as far as Sauce being a consistent top 2 guy. I think this lineup is probably one of the best that we've seen this year so far, the Dubai lineup. And I would be shocked if Sauce cracked the top 2 at a show of this caliber, especially, Bonac, Nathan Diasha, Tonio Burton, Behruz Tabani, Neckzilla. But that is the strong suit of a guy like Sauce, is he's so consistent that he catches guys that are not. So you could see that happen. I think it's unlikely, like I said, but if some of these guys coming off, at this point, you kind of just know that Sauce is not going to, and he might come in good enough to catch some of these potentially better bodybuilders slipping. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the results of the 2025 MPro Classic. I think it was a really good top 2. I think it was really close. I haven't seen the scorecards yet, but I would assume it was a 1 or 2 point decision. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon if you have not already. Happy Father's Day, by the way. And as always, I love you guys, appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at Nick Strength Power, my Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power, my secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.